Hey, what's up, street photographers? This is Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography blog. Quick update of Paris Day 3. It's actually Paris Day 4 right now, but I didn't have internet access last night, so I wasn't able to give an update. But anyways, I'm excited to say that I have arrived safely at the hotel that Leica has provided for me. And I mean, first of all, it's just a really nice place. I'll show you guys around. It's, you know, there's the entrance and so there's actually two beds back there. It's hard to see, and I got a really sweet view too. I'll show it to you guys. Let's see. Yeah, a great view of. I'm actually in. Oops. Looks like I hit something. I'm in Montparnasse. It's kind of like the south of France. Let's see if I could show it to you on a map. So, here's my raggedy subway map. It's around, where is it? It's around here. So kind of like the south of Paris, I guess. It's a pretty business district, and here is where I did most of my street photography here in the center. Um, Interestingly enough, so after doing street photography in Paris, the best places to do street photography are not near the center. Near the center is just way too touristy. I mean, only people I saw were tourists. Bunch of Asians, Americans, people who obviously look like tourists. So when I went to the center of the city, it was, there was nothing really to shoot because I couldn't find any people who looked like locals. So the area that I shot that was really nice, kind of like right here in the south, kind of near Luxembourg. This area here. I mean, it was really nice. There's a lot of locals. There's a lot of art, free exhibitions. Got a lot of good photos. Caught a couple kissing. And that's one thing I noticed about Parisians. They love to kiss in public. I mean, it's great for a street photographer because, yeah, that's what makes a romantic photo. So also one thing I did yesterday that was different, which was I shot with the mode. I actually turned off the LCD screen, the auto LCD screen, and it saved me way more batteries. I was able to go around a full day without charging, so battery life is pretty decent there. Also, I have a funny story. So I said it on Twitter and Facebook, but I was out taking photos, and there's this old man, with a really interesting outfit and a cool hat. So he was standing right in front of the bus stop. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a great photo. So I kind of walked right in front of him, took a photo, and then moved a little bit to the left, got really close, and then took another photo. And this guy's like, "What are you doing?" He grabbed me the arm and just started like shaking me. It's like this old man, so it wasn't too bad. But then he's like, "Why did you take my photo?" And I said, "Oh, I really like your hat." And then he responded and said, "Why do you take a photo of my hat?" And he just looked really upset. And it's like an old Parisian, so I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And then I just kept talking to him. He first was yelling at me in French, but I didn't know what he was saying. Yeah, but anyways, that was probably my closest encounter. One thing that I heard, the thing about Paris is that there's still a lot of tensions between the different ethnicities. For those who have been to Paris before, I mean, it's not just these fashionable Parisians strolling around the streets. It's a huge mixing pot, kind of similar to Los Angeles, almost like a lot of Africans, a lot of Asians, a lot of people from the Middle East. So it's a really huge spectrum of people, and I mean, from what I heard, at least the Africans, they don't really like getting their photos taken. I think this might be part of their culture. I'm not quite sure, but that's what everyone kind of told me. So I kind of try to steer away from that because I mean, as beautiful as this is, it's not mine. It's Leica's, so I don't want to get this thing smashed. Um, so yeah, that's my update today. The actual convention. It's from. Let's see, what time is it right now? It's uh, 11 o'clock. The actual convention is at 4:30. So looks like I have to get prepared and dress up all nice. I have a suit. I have a tie. I want to hopefully dress to impress. Um, and yeah, there's going to, let's see the itinerary. Yeah, I have it right here. So pretty much what we're going to do. Ah, yes, here. Here's my admission ticket. Magnum Photos, Leica, Mr. Eric Kim. So here's the program. So anyways, the program is, Around 4:30 p.m. there's the admission. 5 p.m. the event begins, and there's also a panel discussion, which is titled "Crises and Catastrophes in Pictures: What justifiable role can photojournalism play in the age of camera phones, Twitter, and Facebook?" And there's going to be the Leica Magnum cooperation product presentation for the guests and media, and then followed by dinner in the Salon of Hotel Solomon de Rothschild. Sorry, I just totally butchered that. And the dress code is business casual, so hopefully I'll look decent. Um, so looking forward to that. Also, another thing that's going to be very exciting is on Wednesday morning, I'm going to be doing a bunch of interviews with the Magnum photographers. For you guys who don't know Magnum photographers, it was a photo agency started by Henri Cartier-Bresson way back in the day, and they're just the finest crop of photographers in the world. So I'm actually kind of very intimidated to this, but hopefully I'll do some preparation tonight so I won't look like a total fool. But Alexander Maholi, I'm going to interview these people. Alexander Maholi, Peter Van Atmel, Susan Mislias. Sorry, I'm really bad with these names. Trent Park and Peter Marlowe. So really, really talented photographers. I was talking with Charlie and Damien, my host, and they told me not to try to ask, cliche questions like, oh, color or black and white. I mean, they've probably been asked these questions like hundreds of times. So hopefully, I'll try to really get questions that, maybe they haven't heard before. I don't know if that's possible, but just really dig down deep. I guess get to their heart. I think that's what always matters the most is, what maybe some of the emotional stories behind their images, or simple things like why do you take photos? That's something that Charlie asked, because it's such a basic question, but you know why is such a something that could be really open to interpretation. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going to you know get cleaned up, dress up. I still have like another 5 hours to the event, so I might I might be wearing a suit and a tie with my Leica M9 and shooting the streets of Paris. So it might be a very interesting thing. But anyways, I have some photos prepared, so check down here. There should be a lot of photos. Took some pretty good photos, and excited for today. I'll keep you guys posted.